I just got my hand above my head. I'm not looking at the camera. I don't want to break my neck or bust my head open. The ground's really wet. I gotta watch my feet.
I'll tell you if you're gonna hit something.
I appreciate it. Hopefully not with a, hey, you just hit something.
Because that's how I'd warn him.
Yep.
I'm grateful, man. Oh, how could I complain?
No. Me.
Trying to get her attention. Get her
I know, but I don't want you to encourage the barking.
Get her, babe.
White teeth on the black pavement. I close my eyes, but the memory stains it all the way home. Gold feet and silver spoon makes me crave dreaming about you, but you're too far away.
Here we go. Mammoth Caves, here we come. Me and this pretty little lady right here struggling with her bag. We're gonna do a 4.5 mile walk today, maybe a little over 4 actually. It says it's a 4-hour walk. Hitting a lot of stuff. Should be fun. Let's get started. So the second we get through the doors, I left my hoodie outside. Go get it for me, please. Here we go.
1863. What was happening in the United States of America in 1863? Civil War. Yeah, absolutely. So, Mr. Wad Wallace was a member of the 16th Kentucky Volunteers. Okay, so what side of the war did Wad Wallace fight for?
Confederates.
Think so? Wad Wallace was a Union soldier. Soldiers in Kentucky declared for the Union. So Wad came here to take a cave tour. Had a little R&R and came to the Mammoth Cave Hotel, stayed there, signed the hotel registry, and took probably what was the longest cave tour that they had available to him at the time, which was. And this is candle smoke. So back in the 1800s, your tour guide would carry a candle. Back then they were made out of tallow, which is beef fat. So what happens if you cook meat for a really long time, you get a lot of black smoke, right? So they could light that candle and hold it up to the ceiling and it'd make a little black dot. And you could do that over and over and over again until you write your name up on the ceiling. One of the most common methods that we see signing your name in the wall, there's another one up here that's scratched into the wall. Looks like it was scratched with a rock or a knife or something like that. But these candle smoke signatures definitely stand out. Really pretty, really nice penmanship there. The other thing that I wanted to talk about are these minerals that we see.
Lady,
I don't know if you got me, but sure.
I'm pretty sure I got you.
All right.
Take it all in. Enjoy the beauty of this island.
Watch your head.
I'm watching my head.
Probably 360 stairs on the other side.
Cake icing.
Other caves, Mammoth Cave is going to look a lot different to you. Okay, if you haven't been to a whole lot of other caves, I'll lay out some of the differences for you. Other caves in the world typically are very short. Most of them are less than a mile. Okay, most of them are very wet. You're going to see a lot of water dripping from the ceiling, water running down the walls of the cave, and a lot of them have stalactites and stalagmites. All right, so a lot of pretty formations. All right, we're going to do 4 miles inside the cave today, so longer than a lot of other caves that you can visit. We're not going to see a whole lot of water on our tour. In some places we'll see some, and we're not going to see any formations until about the last 1/8 of a mile of our tour. Okay, we'll see a few here and there, but not very many. Okay, so Mammoth Cave is a little bit different. Okay, so it remains stable for a very, very long time, and that allows our cave to continue to grow and grow. That is why Mammoth Cave is the longest cave in the world, because we have a good roof over our cave that keeps our cave nice and dry and keeps it from collapsing in on itself. Okay, so that's the big difference between Mammoth Cave and a lot of other caves in the world. If you look down this passageway, you'll see this nice tubular shape here. We call this a phreatic tube. It's really kind of rare that we get to see cave passageways like this, but they're really pretty. And what this means is this passageway spent a lot of its lifetime either halfway or completely full of water. Okay, and that water was dissolving away vertically, kind of at the same speed that it was dissolving horizontally. Not quite the same speed, but pretty close. That's how we get this nice tube-shaped passageway here. And Cleveland Avenue here where we are is also known for its long straight stretches of cave, which is also really abnormal to see in cave passageways. From where we are right now, if all those lights were on, you could see almost 1/4 of a mile down this passageway, which is pretty unheard of inside a cave. But I talked about how, when the water first drained out of this passageway, it would have stabilized itself by shedding a little bit of weight. This hill.
I can tell by the count of your size you don't feel alone. I've got news for you. Hear your truth. Home is where your heart takes you.
We're only doing 4 miles out of 412.
Do what?
We're only doing 4 miles out of 412.
I know. 4 out of 412. Seems like a tiny little walk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The ceiling, these gypsum formations that we have, the person that discovered this cave said that they looked like children had had a snowball fight in this room. And once they all got done, they stuck all their snowballs up to the ceiling. They kind of look like big dirty snowballs hanging down. So these are gypsum blisters. And again, really fragile. A lot of them are mostly hollow, easy to break off. Would have been another really popular souvenir back in the 1800s for people to take with them. But this is just another one of those many forms that that gypsum mineral can take inside Mammoth Cave. We also have a lot of really interesting signatures in this part of the cave. This probably would have been more or less a stop and take a break area back in the 1800s, just because of the size of this room and passageway here. So a lot of people wrote their names on the wall here. One of the neater ones here is Hoofland's Tonic. That is actually not candle smoke. That is black paint. So somebody carried a can of black paint all the way through this tour, almost to the end of Mammoth Cave, where, relatively few people went every year, just so they could paint an advertisement on the wall. Hoofland's Tonic.
I thought we'd be moving a little faster, but there's some of the plumbing they were talking about. Or is it? Is that a brace bar of some kind? They used to have a hoist. That water just hit me.
Piece of wood.
Yeah, Chain says it used to be a hoist. Watch my head. I see him.
Watch out, there's water right here.
Yes, I'm ducking.
I hear owl if you have one.
Oh yeah.
This is sweet.
Well, owl would be probably the kindest thing I said. A little tight. In the picture?
Yeah.
All water's acidic. Huh?
Really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Gotcha.
Whoa. Watch that.
Oh, I am. Fun stuff. I see him. Thank you. No, I just got my hand above my head. I'm not looking at the camera. I don't want to break my neck or bust my head open. Ground's really wet. I gotta watch my feet.
I'll tell you if you're gonna hit something.
I appreciate it. Hopefully not with a, hey, you just hit something.
Because that's how I'd warn him.
Yep.
Excuse me, sir.
You just busted your head. I don't know if you know.
Just use it as my measuring stick.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I thought I hold hat because he hit his head.
Meanwhile, I'll just keep walking on.
Uh-huh.
Naturally.
Oh, if it's loud enough, you'll turn around and take a picture and laugh. I
That's
know.
right. That's true. That's
I know.
probably very true. Gotta record that stuff. Gotta show your mom.
Uh-huh.
She'll appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
She did say more pictures of her son.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Walking around the corner.
Are you recording?
Recording, yes. You still take pictures?
Yeah. I was about to hit record.
Do what? Oh, I won't. If I can hold it out the window doing 70, I can do this. Uh-huh. Slippery, 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 slippery. Ah, dripstones, finally. We're when we see some dripstone. Yeah.
He says on the last bit.
Yeah, I know.
White teeth on the black pavement. I close my eyes, but the memory stains it all the way along. Gold feet and silver spoon makes me crave dreaming about you, but you're too far away. Don't run to the bottom of the glass charade. You're too fragile, darling. Don't be
Very narrow.
Not as bad as on the ship.
No, not as bad as the ship.
Nearly as bad as on the ship.
Recording area, huh?
I am.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool area.
And nobody in front of me for once. Oh, ruins it. They ruined it.
Still pretty cool. And it kind of gives to the height and width.
Yeah. Slippery.
Just a little bit.
Where we're not stopping. Speedy going Christy. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Big hole in the ground.
Yes, big hole in the ground.
Big hole in the ground. I'm filming.
Okay, good for you.
Just letting you know.
All right, you can drop over.
Yep. Very. Like snot. Approaching the formations of rock. Ooh, slippery. Okay. Down we go. To the left. Yeah. Down we go. I don't know. Yep. Will do. I will stop down here. Alright, so we just finished our first hike through Mammoth Caves. What'd you think?
That was pretty amazing. That was well worth it.
What was your favorite part?
When we were going through the narrow passageways.
So she's talking about Boone's Canyon. That's the most narrow section. I videoed a little bit of it, but I pretty much had to put the phone down for that. That's my favorite part too. Wasn't so impressed with the Niagara Falls, but we went to Carlsbad Caverns before coming here. It's kind of hard to get impressed with anything after seeing Carlsbad Caverns. That was a lot of fun.
But the
Over
length,
4 miles.
I think the length is just that's what this park is known for, is the length that you can go.
So we hiked 1% of the length of the known cave system. So 4 miles. The max length they know about right now is 412 miles that make up this cave system. It's incredible.
Oh, I have to go this way.
All right, we're gonna go get something to eat now.
Wild bear
Well, getting ready to pack up here at Mammoth, and I noticed that I didn't have power coming out for the one thing we need power for. That's the plug for my freezer. I don't want to lose the 60 pounds of meat I got in that thing. So I came out and took a look. This inverter, this Cobra inverter, 2500 watt, has failed. It has 12 volt DC input like it should. There's no output, and I can smell some stinky stuff coming from about right there. I don't have the tools for proper measurement to identify what component it is, and I don't have the soldering iron to repair it, nor the component to repair it if I had to. So it looks like we're going to be stopping by Love's and buying another inverter on the way out. Damn it.
Next week on the Vocal Pond.
Good morning, lady.
Good morning.
So what hike are we on? What's this called? Bay. Don't pull. Good girl.
Well, this is Trail 3, and we're going over to Rose Island and doing the trail that's
Trail.
on Rose Island, but it's not really an island.
I know, I noticed that. It just crosses over a creek to get to it. But it's quite pretty out here.
Feel free to leave
What,
questions or
6:45
comments
in the
below,
morning?
and please remember to like, subscribe, and share.
Oh, we didn't get out as early as we thought.
See you next week.